Forward to the cloud. All right. So happy mentorship call number 3. As most of you know, Becky is in leadership with Beachbody in Arizona, having the time of her life. So I just, said I can handle it. And she's like, absolutely go for it, because I'm not going to be able to attend. So here I am, I'm just basically going to run down exactly like she does, going over the assignments, and then we'll open up for questions and answers. And for those of you that are not here, again, this call is going to be short, or, a little bit shorter, because I have to leave to go pick up both my kids that get out of school early today. So let's get right to it. If you have any questions at the end, I'll look at the chat and then I'll answer all the questions. So number 1, the first assignment this week, and remember, don't fret if you are not caught up. The good thing is that this group is always going to stay open. However, at the same time, try on the weekends to catch up a little bit, so you don't feel like if you're way too far behind, because then that can give you an overwhelming feeling. So week 3, day 1, we talk about sharing the business opportunity. And I remember for me, when I first started as a coach, I didn't know what to share about the business opportunity. I wasn't making hardly any money, so I felt very embarrassed about sharing it, and I didn't have a team. And it took me a while to recruit working coaches, because it took me a while to talk about it. So I think that the quicker that you talk about it, the faster you will get working coaches. Because at the end of the day, I think that people really don't worry about if you're making the money. I think they want to make the money at the end of the day. And if you're confident and you say, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, do you want to join me because I feel this good already, then that's what people are going to feel magnetic to. I know for me, it's always been a strategy where you can always share what was the problem, what did you find, and what has changed you, or where are you now? And I'm looking at my notes, so that's why I'm, flipping my vision. But when you do that, where I was, where is, what is it that I found? So it's kind of like that feel, felt, found. I felt this way. This is what I found. And this is now how I feel. You could combine it with coaching. Because I know for me, coaching just took my accountability to another level. I know that I was like worried that, okay, if I didn't post my meals, then what were my customers going to think? Or what were people going to think? If I wasn't talking if I wasn't walking the talk, I wasn't just going to talk the talk. So you could say, it gives me that extra layer of accountability. It gives me that community feel. It helps me not feel alone. I have my training and my resources at my fingertips. I've made friends. I've made income. I love that now I'm growing into the person I'm created to be, because I'm working on my leadership skills or skill sets. And all that growth, all that mindset, all that soul work, people want that. I think that people want that. And I think that when you can share that, it makes you better for your family, your loved ones, your kids, as a mom at home or as a business owner. It does, make you feel better. And I think that people do want that. So the call to action that day was to basically rip the Band-Aid and tell, in your stories or in your feed, you're looking for those business builders to grow your team, because it has helped you and you want that for them. And think deeper than income. Definitely, it's not just about income. For me, this business has given me a community that I really needed. It's given me friends, and it's definitely helped me grow as an individual. I know that in the post, we did give you a Canva template that you can share in your stories. So if you don't know how to invite to the coaching opportunity, start with that and get a little comfortable, and share the Canva stories with some of your pictures. Okay. So if you have any questions on that, drop it in the chat and I'll respond at the end, or you can save your questions for the end. Number 2, which is week 2, day 2, we talked about diamonds. And diamonds is a beautiful milestone in your business, because it really gives you the confidence that you need, to say, okay, I can do this. I have people that are joining me. I am helping people become successful because they've started on their own fitness journey or they've started their business, as a coach, it is giving you confidence. And, with the social proof that we are going to recognize you, that social proof and the way that we're going to celebrate you is going to make you feel like, yes, confidence, I can do this. I know what I'm doing. And it doesn't mean that you need to have all the answers, but it does mean that you can very well influence other people to, level up their life. We talk about also in the diamond post, how it gives you more income. It's an automatic raise. You get $18 per cycle. And if you still don't know about the cycles, just go back to the team cycle bonus in your back office. There's great videos that really explain it, or you can drop a question here and we'll help you. It also helps you qualify for all the retreats that Beachbody offers, their trips, and what Diesel Nation offers. They host the best diamond retreats. That is where I absolutely, really got closer to, more of my business partners, my coaching sisters, which took my level of friendship and, business and leader. And in my life, it enhanced my experiences. It really just took my life to another level. Those retreats definitely gave me vision to dream big. We also talk about how, once you hit diamond, the business, how to duplicate it. Once you hit diamond, all you got to do is help a fellow person that's on your team, help them do the same. And it's so fulfilling to see them be successful that should be, your mission. And it should wake you up in the morning to say, I am going to give this to another woman who was once silently suffering, who could probably be suffering from not having all the finances that she has, or maybe just an additional stream of income, and definitely allowing her to focus on her wellness. So we do add a little video that you can look at. And then there's another video on building your dream team with one of our top leaders on Diesel Nation. And then we give you a diamond plan. And that diamond plan basically puts you on the top. And all you need to do is think about the women that you want to add in each leg. All you need is 4 on one side, 4 on the other, and you need 2 emeralds. So basically what I did, which could help you, is you could put your spouse as an emerald. So that means you just need 2 other coaches under him. And you could put your mom, your cousin, your best friend, an aunt, a neighbor, a coworker, anyone else on that side. And you could help them get 2 friends to sign up under them. And once you have those 2 emeralds, boom, you are a diamond. And basically you could look at it as Thanksgiving. Who are the 12 people that you're going to invite to sit in your table? I love that because we think sometimes that diamond is hard. It's not. It's 12 people. So if you have any questions on diamond, throw it in the chat. And like I said, I'll respond at the end. All right. Week 3, day 3. We talk about sources of income. This one is fun because who doesn't like to make money? So I love that income is absolutely something that helps us give our children better experiences. I love that we can contribute to the world, give to charity, whatever it is that tickles your pickle. I know that for me, income just helps me just be the giver that I love to, to be. So let's talk about the sources that Beachbody gives us. Number 1, retail, right? Doesn't mean you got to be a seller, but you definitely want to get people started on their wellness journey with their starter pack, right? Or with any of the nutritionals that we sell, or the subscription Beachbody On Demand, which I'm going to get to. But anything that you sell, you make 25%, okay, off your customer orders. And you actually get $50 for every challenge pack. The second way that you make money is by subscription commission. So you make 50% off any club membership. That means any Beachbody On Demand subscription that you sell, you make 50%. You also make team bonus, which is whatever it is that your team is making, you make volume off of that. That's the third way to make money. The fourth way is matching bonus. You make 10% on whatever your coaches, have earned. Beachbody matches that with 10%. The fifth way is called fast start bonus. You get bonuses paid for coaches enrolled with a challenge pack or any Shakeology Home Direct order. That means that if you get a brand new coach with a challenge pack, you make $50. If you do that 3 times in a week, you just made $150. Okay, like talk about a difference of maybe your Publix grocery bill, maybe one of them. Because I find that sometimes I go to Publix 3 times a week and I'm spending that. So think of that as already like that's one of your grocery bills, or maybe that's a car payment, or maybe that's, you know, a bill, a credit card. Think of it that way. If you do that on repeat, think about how much Beachbody can help you. Then there's another one, Fast Start Plus bonus. And this is a bonus paid when you enroll 5 new coaches with Shakeology Home Direct. That means that if you sell 5 of those, then you're making $250 on that. Imagine, plus all the other income that you're making. So ladies, it's so important that you help people on Shakeology and on challenge packs, and that they subscribe with the Home Direct option, because you're making $50 off of every one of those packs and those orders. Okay, so that's a summary explanation. And again, everything is very much in detail in the post, but I wanted to cover it because those are things that I definitely want you to hear from me in case if you missed it when you were reading the post. Now, another source of income that we have is the quarterly Star Diamond bonus. And this is a pool where once you become a 2-star diamond, okay, you become eligible, that every 6 weeks you are able to get that bonus. And what they do is they split it, that pool that Beachbody has, they split it into the 4 different ways, the 2-star, the 5-star, the 10 and the 15-star, and they give you that quarterly bonus. So for example, I want to share with you more or less, if you are a 2-star diamond and you qualify for that bonus, it can land anywhere between $700 and about $1,000. That's $1,000 that you're making every 3 months, in addition to all the other things. So the quarterly bonus is amazing. And then what we did was we put the compensation plan link, so that in case if you want to go over that, or you have a spouse or an accountant or anybody at all that, you know, can help you with the comp plan, whatever you don't understand, we placed it there for you. So that's a very, very fun post because it gives you all the excitement of how you can earn an income. So drop your questions in the chat. Then day 4, we talk about challenge groups. Challenge groups are where I feel I convert most of my customers into coaches. And then they become lifers, and then they become your friends, and then they become, you know, the people that you end up doing life with. And it's so fun. It is so fun. Challenge groups is where you get to pour into your people. It is where you can feel like a leader. It is where you can show them your expertise on your journey, right? And it doesn't mean that you need to be the expert, but you are the expert in your own story. And you can share what tools work for you. You can share your nutrition, how you eat, what's working, what isn't. You know, you can share about what you love about your workouts, what you don't. Maybe you can even explain a move of the day for them. You can share how you've modified when you haven't been able to do it all the way, whatever's on your heart, on your mind. You could even make it as fun as using filters in your challenge group. Like I do every Friday, I go in there with my Snapchat big mouth filter that I love, and I make them laugh, because at least I want them to know that I'm just as human and that this is a fun place. And if it's fun, they're gonna come back. So the goal of a challenge group is for you to absolutely get people results, hold them accountable, build community, help them, and be the voice of their own story. So you can help them and help them be the voice of their own story. Make it fun, add value. Definitely that is where you can get customers to fall in love with the business and get them to become coaches. So we also put a link there for you to look at the BOD groups training, because we have a private app where you can host your challenge groups, which I love. And I know for me, I was using Facebook, and then I just kind of catered over to the BOD group, because you know what I love about the BOD group is that not only does it allow you to have at your fingertips your challenge group, but I love that when you go to your home base, you see your programs, you see your BOD groups. You now get the body schedule for the live classes. You get recommendations. You get to put in all your tracking. So do your customers. They get to see Beachbody Life. So they literally have motivation at their fingertips. And then you have your programs, your, like I said, your body, your groups, and then you can track all your progress, your workouts, your Shakeology, your meal plans. If you're drinking any supplements, you can jot down your water, and you can share your results by putting your own progress pictures. And then when you click on progress, guys, you even get your own weight. I don't know if you can see it, but it gives you your stats. If you're implementing your weight and you're implementing all your like Shakeology, your supplements, it even gives you all your progress photos right at your fingertips. Guys, we have this in our own private app, and you could share this with your prospects and say, everything is done in my private app. You have all your progress there. You could track it all. You have community, you have your classes, you have access to the trainers, access to your trackers, nutrition, you name it. It is all here. Because don't forget, when you click on programs, you also have Fixate, you have your nutrition center, you have your meditation for mental health, you have everything here at your fingertips. I mean, this app is gold. So all of that for me is what I share with my prospects, and I share with them the magic of challenge groups. All right. Any questions on that? Drop it in the chat. And that was day 4. Let's move on to today, day 5, week 3, day 5. We want you to take action. So what do we talk about? Post your upcoming challenge group. When are you going to host it? If you know what you're inviting to, you're going to invite. I know for me, I started to say just yesterday that I was going to start my next group October 11th. I already posted it on my feed. I posted it on my stories, and I will continue to share in a reel of some sort or in a live video. Get creative, ladies. Just share the fact that you're going to have either a challenge group, a free group, or a sneak peek, but we want you to take action. Don't be afraid. Even if you want to go on a live on Instagram and say, hey, Susie, can you jump on a live with me? Or Sharona, you want to jump on a quick 5-minute, 10-minute live and let's talk about how coaching has helped you? That's even a sneak peek, guys. Get creative because it doesn't take much. Okay. Now, we also give you the ideas of making sure that you share what's included so that they know what's in it for them. What are they getting and what are they going to get out of it? And then do the call to action, which is DM me, swipe up, send me a text, send me an email, drop an emoji, drop a comment. And that way you can say, I will reach out to you and talk about the urgency. How many spots do you want to save? How many spaces do you have for you to mentor your customers? And bring it with energy. Talk about how you are so excited to help these women create habits that serve them and that you're going to witness their transformation. Like Sharona was just sharing just how her routine has helped her be a more present mom. Share that. If that is exciting you right now, share that. Today, Amber went on a 4-mile walk. Share that. That should be energetic to say, hey, when you don't feel like working out, movement is the gift. Go outside, get some, nature's bath, some sunshine or whatever, get your walk in and share it in my private group. And at least I can recognize you on doing something better than, you did yesterday or whatever. It's all about energy and confidence, ladies. There is nothing wrong. Like, you can't do anything wrong on your journey, and you're here to help them do their best. They can't do no wrong either. They only do wrong when they quit. But we're going to make mistakes. We're going to fall off, but give them grace and just say, hey, lady, don't worry about it. Next meal, we're going to do better. Next day, we're going to do better. Or, we're going to move our bodies, or we're going to get more steps in, or we're going to read a few more pages to be able to be better individuals and better moms. And that's what I have for you for this week. Those were the assignments. So if you have any questions on that, you can drop it in the chat. The last thing that I'll share, when I look at the entire 3 weeks that we've covered, I just don't want you to be overwhelmed. If you just take your journey and you share it, like if it's a diary, ladies, we are doing the things, when you're not feeling it, share a quote. When you don't know what to share, share a page of your book. If you don't feel like going on your stories and sharing your face, share a cute mug with coffee and just say, you know what, I'm offering up the day for all those that are silently suffering. Know that you have, a woman here that is cheering you on. I know, because I was there too. know that this little cup of coffee that I'm drinking right now is being offered to let you know that if you want to chat, I'm here. Extend your heart, extend your hand. Women just need that. It doesn't have to be about a perfect program. It doesn't have to be about perfect 45 minutes on 6:45. It doesn't have to be about the perfect meal, but it is about extending your hand and your heart and letting other women, let's do it together because you're not alone. And let's learn together and let's master this together because it is going to make us become our better versions. I know that for me, what I've been learning a lot lately after 5 years into this business is that people come into our lives to teach us. And yeah, some people will do us wrong, but you know what? Even that is a lesson. Even that is a lesson. It either makes us stronger, it makes us be more aware of not making those mistakes to other people. Sometimes we get great people in our lives that teach us so much wisdom, like Becky, who has paved the way for 10 years and shares everything that she's learned. And even here in the mentorship group, when you share, when you lean in, when you post, there's power in that because I'm learning from you. You know what I mean? So maybe on a down day that I've been struggling with my son's anxiety, maybe just seeing your faces here is exactly what I needed to be reminded that I am walking in my purpose. That today I was like, okay, who am I going to mentor today? And both of you showed up, right? So it's a gift that we give each other. Don't ever think that you don't have, like you have nothing to offer. Your presence alone helps other people like me. So that's what I have for you. I have about maybe another 10 minutes that I can share with you. If you want to take it, we can talk about any struggles, victories, or any questions in general. Maybe you want to share what your goals are in October and we can come up with an action plan. It's up to you. So at this time, if you want to unmute and talk, we can do that.
For me, I just, for a while, I don't want to get emotional again, but for a while, like I didn't realize what my purpose was within this business because I've been in it for so long that I felt like I had to be a certain rank right now, and I'm not. But then I look on the flip side, without this business, without me doing this, I wouldn't be where I'm at in my personal life. And so it's really hard for me not to compare myself to other people or where someone should think I am compared to where I think I should be myself, when this journey is so individualized that you can never compare your success or your rank as a success, because your rank doesn't equal your success. Like getting up and feeling the way I do in the mornings about my family is a success. And for the longest time, I felt like that rank was what identified me within this business, and it does not. Yesterday, I sent a picture to my very first customer I ever had. She was my coach, and then she quit, and then I became her coach, and then she quit. And on my memories, it popped up that we were doing our very first challenge group together. And I actually sent her that picture, and I said, you know, this memory on my Facebook makes me miss you so much. She didn't respond to it. I looked in my office this morning, and she reordered a challenge pack. She reordered bod. She reordered something else. And she had asked me a few weeks ago, she goes, am I still a coach under you? And I'm like, well, I think you're still paying your business service fee. And if you're not going to do anything, you might as well quit spending that $17 every month. I never realized that, like, by me just reaching out and saying, hey, I miss you. Look at your before and after pictures when you and I were doing this together. And she ordered everything. And I was like, wow, you know, and so for me, I have to focus on, like, you know, really the blinders have to be on, because we should never compare our success to anybody else. It's based off of our own thing. And I think there for like this last 6 months to 7 months, that was my downfall. And so coming back to being a challenger and just starting completely over does a lot better. So
I love that, Sharona, because you know what? I agree with you. I don't think a rank defines you in any way. The rank is just there to help us at the end of the day in the business plan. It does give us more income, and it does help us strive to grow and give this gift to other women. You know, it shows them that if I can do it, they can do it too. The diamond plan does offer you obviously more perks, like everything in life, you know. I mean,
yeah, and I think I was
they
so
don't do it to
focused.
make you feel.
I was so focused on that rank,
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
lost the reason why I even started doing this to begin with.
Yeah.
And so for me, like I had to take that, because the rank will come
Yes.
when you're
It's a
doing the
byproduct.
steps. If
Yeah.
you don't do the steps, the rank will never come. And
Absolutely.
I was so focused on that rank that it was coming across in everything I was doing. And so I had to like let that go
Yeah.
so that I could refocus on the reason why I said yes to begin with. So
I agree, because last year that happened to me too. When I hit Premier, I was so happy. And at the same time, I was like, gosh, but I didn't hit Elite. And I was like, Susie, check yourself. Premier is such a big thing too. And you did great. And I had to remind myself that, you know, the recognition doesn't define me as a coach or a leader. And so once I let that go, that's why I picked my word of this year was joy. Because I said, you know what, I'm just going to chase joy, and everything else is going to be a byproduct. My
Exactly.
rank, my income, my team, everything will be a byproduct if I'm just chasing the joy and doing the activities that, yeah, they're going to grow my business, but doing it from a place of joy. So I love that you shared that. And I can understand how you get emotional. I even get emotional just because, like I said, even today I woke up and I'm like, who am I going to mentor today? Do I even have purpose? And I, you know, we all have our doubts, you know what I mean? So I thank you for opening up your heart. And yeah, I love that you're going back to being a challenger. When we stick to the basics, I think it just, we're in the right place because we're just strengthening that foundation.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I love that. Thank you for sharing, and continue to do you put your blinders on? I do too. I put my blinders. I don't let anybody's success bring me down. I know what I'm doing, what I'm not. And I think that everybody has a different path for a different reason, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Thank
So
you.
I love that. Thanks.
Yeah,
Amber, you want to share anything?
I was like, I completely feel the same thing. Again, I've been a lifer with Beachbody programs and process and everything, but it's like every time I go to like, oh, let me work the business this time, I hit a wall. And I gotta remember, it's not necessarily about the business or the income, and it's how to really, like you've been trying to show us, is it's about loving other people and sharing with them the love you're learning to have for your own self and everything like that. And then for me is like right now I'm going through the transition. I think that's why I'm a little bit, you know, when we have a hard time, sometimes we pull away from showing because like I don't want to show negative. But I think, you know, I guess I need to show the struggle that we go through, because I'm going from working full time 40, 50 hours a day for somebody else at the corporate company, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm changing my career path. I'm working when my kids at home, when my kids at school, so that I can be more present. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this. So like what you were saying before, Sean, about like actually finding the schedule and how to actually like, how do I be an at-home mom? How do I be that and fit everything in? And like still, you know, I used to go to work and they would tell me what to do. So now it's how do I do it for myself to still sit down, do the tasks that my job essentially is requiring me to do, without thinking it's a job. So, you know, so that's my little like where I'm at. And so I'm on this learning journey of how am I going to change my life so that I can enjoy it. You know, I was telling my mom, I'm finally taking the steps to like, tell me when there's a vacation and I can actually go. I don't have to like, sorry, I can't, I'm working. Tell me when it is. I'm going to fit it on my schedule and I'm going to make it happen now. Like, so, and I think that's sometimes hard for us to actually like breathe in and understand that our life is going to get to change. And so just taking that journey.
I love it, Amber, but there's a lot of power with your journey because you're admitting that you're learning how to be a more present mom or a stay-at-home mom, right? And I think that you can take a lot of women on that journey. And there's a lot of women out there that are probably in the same boat as yourself. And I think that by you sharing that and saying sometimes, look, I don't know how to do it. I'm learning, I'm navigating my way through the choppy waters because this is unknown territory for me, but like everything in life. And like Beachbody can be unknown territory for people, you know, the business opportunity. I know for me, when I would hear women say build a business, I would be like, I would never build a business. I don't know how. But then when you see that it's so simple with Beachbody, you could take them on that journey and talk about that and say, building a business for me was so intimidating, but yet I'm in it because I'm doing the things for wellness to take care of me. And all that we are doing is paying it forward and just grabbing people to say, hey, do it with me, so that they don't feel alone and that they too know that, you know, there's a learning curve to everything, but then together we'll get through it, you know, and you'll get better at it with practice, like everything in life, right? When you're a newlywed, you're like, what the hell, right? But then we learn how it is to sleep with somebody all the time and live with them and their quirks and all their flaws. We learn it. So it's the same thing. I think there's a lot of power in your story. I think you could take people on an amazing journey. And like I said, if you continue to do the vital behaviors, which we know it's be proof of the products, invite personal development, and celebrate the crap out of life and the people we do life with, that's what recognition is, then I think that everything else is a byproduct. The business is going to grow. Definitely we want to, you know, have goals because we want to have a roadmap. We want to try to reach milestones because it's going to push us to make more money. But it doesn't define us, is what I want to say. You know what I mean? So hopefully that'll help.
100%. Yeah, that's exactly. And I think that's where sometimes we, or at least me, I get lost on, okay, I have to hit that goal. And therefore, because you don't do it, you know, you kick yourself when you're down. And instead, like, no, it's look how far I've come. Like, you know, like I said, this has been the longest time frame I've been consistent. So to me, I keep trying to, let me re-celebrate that again. Okay, we're in month 10 now of the year. That means I've done 9 months successfully. So I keep trying to make sure, you know, that and we got to celebrate ourselves, because sometimes I think we're so used to being mom and we celebrate everybody else that we forget about our own self sometimes, and that's hard. So, and you know, we're learning.
No, absolutely. And you know what, at the end of the day, I think that there's nothing wrong with working hard towards our goals, because that there's power in that too. There's a lot of power in working hard towards our goals, because it's about who we become. So we can't dismiss goals either. We can't be like, oh, well, you know, I'm not even going to aim for any goals, because then we don't kind of like push ourselves out of our comfort zones. But I do believe that it doesn't define us, so we don't get caught up in that. But I do believe that the goals are also something that just help us, you know, become that better, you know, version of ourselves. Because when we do work harder, we are, you know, leveling up and growing ourselves. So there's two sides to the coin, but never forgetting that it's about doing us, focusing on our wellness, and then just sharing that. And that's how, you know, we can get people to see that we are here to genuinely help them. And I think that there's a lot of value in that. So, you know, if we stick to that with our blinders on, I think we're good. And we continue to get better at the business as we continue to take the actions. So we can't throw the actions out the door either. It gives us confidence, but definitely not allowing, you know, the ranks to define us of who we are and the leaders that we are. So I hope that that's helpful.
Thank you. I appreciate all your stuff, Susie.
Absolutely. My pleasure. And thank you, ladies, for being here. So I think that should wrap it up. If you have any other questions, drop it in the group. We're there to help. I'll post a recording in case if you want to hear it again, or for those that are not here. I hope this was helpful. Try to catch up a little bit on your assignments if you're a little bit behind on the weekend, because it's a time where we try to be a little bit more down if you do have that time. If not, then next week will be our last week. So take advantage of the last call, which will probably be either next Thursday or next Friday. And then after that, it's just same thing on duplication. You could always go back to week 1 if you feel that you need to. The group is always going to stay open. So, all right, ladies, let's take a picture, or we can do a little boomerang if you want. And then I'll let you girls go. I have to go pick up my kiddos too. So I know we're all busy. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Love it. All right, ladies, have a beautiful day. Talk to you all soon. Bye.